So anyways, Drake Maye and the Patriots able to overcome that. Should Drake Maye be in the MVP discussion, Keefe?
Absolutely. I mean, we're 6 games in. So what, a third of the way, a little bit more than a third of the way through the season. They're 4-2. So at first, it's a quarterback award, which we've pointed out. They won't give it to anybody other than a quarterback. It's like even more biased than the Heisman. And the Heisman's also sort of like a quarterback award. But it feels like no matter what you do, Jonathan Taylor, Puka Nacua, you're not going to get it. So you look at the quarterbacks, and some of the top-end quarterbacks are hurt in Joe Burrow's case or Lamar Jackson's case. Now, Lamar's coming back, so he could make a push for it. And then Mahomes and Allen aren't exactly lighting the world on fire. They're still in the mix because it's Josh Allen and Patrick Mahomes. But there's like a next wave of guys down where like Baker Mayfield is killing it. I think he's probably the favorite. Sam Darnold and Jared Goff, 2 quarterbacks who I don't like, are putting up good numbers and they're winning games still. So I can't ignore that. So I think they're in the mix. And then Drake Maye, you and I went back and forth on, actually, I think we might have agreed. The Pittsburgh game wasn't a great game for him because he turned it over a couple times. However, he had a quarterback rating over 100 in that game. So if you look at it,
I don't get how you have 2 awful turnovers in your quarter. One was a fumble.
So
maybe
I wonder if
but
I think so.
Yeah.
This is like passer rating.
If it was 2 picks, it would have been a lower rating. Maybe?
Yes, yeah, I believe that's right. But he has played in 6 games. In the opener, he did not have a QB rating of 100. Every other game he has. The Carolina game, it was nearly a perfect rating. The Miami game was a super high one, and then as was yesterday's. So the guy has 10 touchdown passes to 2 interceptions. He has 2 rushing touchdowns. He's completing 73% of his passes. Like, he has a signature win Sunday Night Football against Josh Allen and the Bills, the reigning MVP. So, yeah, this is coming pretty quick, but he definitely is. I mean, if Jaden Daniels was a candidate last year, he was a candidate. I mean, it was pretty much Lamar, Allen, like, as the top guys. But 11 players got votes last year because I think they changed how they did it. It used to be like you get to vote for one guy.
Right. Now do they vote for like top 3 or something?
I think it's something like that. So I'm looking at the list. There was 11 total players got votes last year. 9 of them were quarterbacks. So if you even want to just play like, is he having a top 8 quarterback season? Hell yeah, he is. At least right now. So, and that would probably get him in the conversation.
So I have the odds in front of me for both DraftKings and FanDuel. Allen is the favorite on both. Drake Maye is 9th on DraftKings. He is 6th on FanDuel.
Yeah, I think that's probably more
MVP odd.
Because I think when you factor in some of the defenses that he's playing going forward, like his schedule is pretty soft. And I mean, I'm not expecting 3 touchdowns every single game and no picks, but he's cut way down on his turnovers outside of that Pittsburgh game. And he's been super consistent. And the team, I feel like, is going to win a bunch of games. And that's the other thing. Take a look at the quarterbacks on 10, 11 win teams. And if they play the whole season, they probably get MVP votes. Like, that's just the way the league views it.
So he's in the mix. As you said, you're a quarterback on a team that's going to win a bunch of games. We told you earlier, The Athletic, their playoff model gives the Patriots an 81% chance of making the playoffs. They have them projected for 10.6 wins. I don't know how they came up with that, but 10.6 wins.
10.6 wins?
So call that 10, 11 wins.
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
The Athletic gives them a 3.5% chance to win the Super Bowl.
Hell yeah.
So
that's more than a chance.
Yeah, I mean, seriously. Yeah. If it said 3.5% chance to make the Super Bowl, I would have been stoked about that.
You don't
number.
have
3.5 to win it?
Duck boats. Is there a team who has the highest percent chance to win it? Okay, I'm just curious like how high they would be willing to go.
This is a Chad Graff tweet where he just broke out some of the Pats numbers, so I don't see the full thing. But they're 3.5 to win the Super Bowl. So I'm not projecting them to win the Super Bowl. No one is. But the fact that they're going to win that many games and make the playoffs and maybe be in the mix to go on a run tells you he's squarely going to be in that MVP mix. What do you think it should be?
Baker Mayfield.
Me too.
Yeah.
He's third on both the sites I just listed there, like between plus 450-ish, 425, and 475. That feels like a buying opportunity.
That definitely does.
Although maybe we missed our window to buy because I bet it was a lot longer odds a couple of weeks ago.
Because I know he has there's some injuries to some of the receivers. All the receivers?
All of the receivers are hurt.
Well, this is, again, fantasy football talking, because Nick is scarred by that.
Emeka going down doesn't help, but Chris Godwin, his leg's acting up again. He's out for a while.
Yep. Evans has been out.
He's still somehow doing it. They have the best record in the NFC. He's throwing for a bunch of touchdowns. He's not throwing picks right now. So I think Vegas has to cover themselves, though, because like if Josh Allen or Patrick Mahomes have a big 12 games, you're not going to be like shocked by it.
No.
Plus, everybody looks at them and you're like, okay, of course. Like
I think Mahomes is... If they really start up wins.
He's got a good chance.
Mahomes is doing. We talk about too much on Drake May's plate. I mean, Mahomes, they can't run. Mahomes is their leading rusher on the year.
Yeah.
He's playing good football. I think his last couple of games, like 11 touchdowns against a pick, something like that. And they're about to get their best receiver back. One of what I think the better receivers in football in Rashee Rice. So,
we're that good, huh?
He's good.
He was one of the better in football. How high?
Top 10-ish.
Top 10-ish.
Yeah, we argued.
Oh my God,
we argued about this.
We did. Yeah,
we did AFC receivers.
Yeah, we did.
He started last year on
AFC.
fire.
Like if you're talking all receivers, but regardless, he's better than everybody they have.
He's the best one they have, and he's a good receiver. So, I think Mahomes is one who could skyrocket.
Yeah.
Obviously, we're never going to be surprised if it's Allen or even Lamar. Lamar might be too far behind the 8 ball with the losses.
And, the losses, he's missed 2 games. The team has buried themselves, but that would be the story. If he turns them around and they win 9 in a row,
good point.
Then it's like, all right, he shoots to the top again.
Good point. But what I think is working for Drake May, number one, the signature win. You said this
That's
against
huge.
Josh Allen on Sunday Night Football, where he is leading the drive and giving you highlight reel plays. Specifically the one where he's stiff-arming defenders to the ground and still getting a first down to Steph Diggs. What we started to see against New Orleans were some of those explosive highlight reel type of plays.
Yeah.
Where, all right, not every game you're going to execute in the 2-minute. And not every game are you on national television against another opponent, a high-level opponent. And by the way, if Buffalo loses tonight, you're in first place in the division if they lose to Atlanta. So
go Michael Penis.
Not every week is going to be that.
Yeah.
But every week you can have some big, explosive, down-the-field plays, which had been lacking. He got those going big time against New Orleans. Pretty much every time he dropped back to huck one deep, it was like a cheat code yesterday.
To the point where you're like, hey, McDaniels, throw it. Stop doing, messing around with the
running on first down.
And little screens. Like, throw it deep.
Air that thing out.
Guys were open, and they were making plays every time.
Air that sucker out.
It was either a bad call against you or it was a touchdown. Like, throw it deep more. But I think, to me, what stood out is the consistency. Because, you can go back and forth on the Pittsburgh game, but really outside of the opener, which was a letdown across the board for everybody, offense, defense, the whole 9. You're like, ugh, rough start to the season. But then since then, you've gotten really good quarterback play, and he's probably outdueled the other guys on the other side. That includes Josh Allen, right? It's one thing to be like, he's better than Spencer Rattler. Okay, yeah, I hope so. He's better than Josh Allen. So that's good. Even he was better than Tua. Tua was the guy starting the season. They were probably more on the same tier.
Oh, I'm sure when we did our tiers, we had them on the same tier. Yeah,
similar. And so, all right, you pass by guys like that, and then the rest of the way, I mean, it's funny that he will face Baker Mayfield. He will face, I think, Lamar Jackson, depending on injury.
Yeah,
and he'll face Josh Allen again. So he has a lot of easy kind of cakewalk games in there where hopefully you can kind of just get the win, pad some stats too if you want to even do that, and then those head-to-head games will be pretty significant too.
617-779-7937. The nice thing with May, too, is he's not just putting up stats and losing games. He's got both going on. Where he's putting up,
you got to win.
He's putting up the numbers, and it's going along with the wins, which I think was important for him this year. I wasn't going to ignore wins and just have him put up great numbers, and then we all celebrate it. No, he's got to start winning games. We said that all offseason. And to his credit, he is, and he's a big factor in it.